And we're live. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Great. Thank you for asking.
Okay, we sound like the television show. How are you?
I know, right? How's it going? Everything good?
Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Shut Up and Thrive.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome. Let's thrive with some questions. I don't know if I'm ready for these questions, but we're going.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Shut Up and Thrive, the podcast that will inspire you to live your best life.
3 best friends who have been growing, motivating, and inspiring each other.
I'm Vanilla. I bring the fun.
And this is Claudia, the passionate one.
And your girl Nair, sprinkling in the creativity.
When you listen to Shut Up and Thrive, it will remind you of your chats with your own BFFs.
Join in every week as we discuss all the things that make you want to shut up and thrive.
So, are you ready?
Let's get into the conversation.
Ooh, ooh.
So, question. So, what are we talking about?
Claudia gonna hit us.
Topic is going to be from the book 101 essay, right?
The title. I've mentioned this book before. Yes.
Right. You have Nair.
What is it called? 101 essays that change the way you think. That will change the way you think. We'll link it for our listeners so they know where we're getting these questions from. But it's a book of 101 essays where the girl talks about, just life questions and questions to help us grow and develop as people.
Yes. So are you ready for 101 questions?
Yeah, right.
I was okay with 50 cents. Ask me 21 questions. Now we're like 101. I don't know, man.
Well, that's the title. We don't have to do all 101.
No, 101 is the essays. It is 101 essays. But there's a certain essay, which you see in our notes, essay number 13. That specific essays, she asks 101 questions. I pulled, there's a few maybe. A lot of them are like related to each other. Yeah, a lot of them too are very closely related to each other too. But I thought those would be like good topics for us to talk about, I guess. Yes. I don't know.
Okay.
Way back then, so
let's
see if they're still relevant.
Let us know what's on the list.
Okay, so do you want the numbers of the questions, or should we just go with the questions?
You can give the audience for those that have the book or want to pick up the book so they know which ones we're talking about.
Okay, so we're going to start with question number 39. It says, what would you say if you could tell every single person in the world just one thing?
You have to read the questions twice.
What would you say if you could tell every single person in the world just one thing? Oh, just one thing?
Yeah. I don't know. What would I say?
Think.
Oh, look, Claudia got the evil laugh.
What would you say, Claudia?
I had a couple of words popping in my head. That's why I'm trying to figure out which one I was actually worth it to say. So, some words are good, some words are not. So I'm like...
like a message. Like what message, if you could give every person in the world one message, what would you say? What would be your message to the world? Yeah, it doesn't have to be one word, but like what's one thing you wish everybody in the world could know?
Worry not.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yep. Be happy song. No,
I thought you were going to say about a thing.
Oh, that too. Every little thing gonna be all right.
So that's why I was saying.
That's what you would say that?
Yeah. Worry not, because every little thing's going to be all right.
I think I would say you are loved no matter what you feel or think about yourself. At any point, you are loved. You are a lovable being. And whether you believe it or not, you are loved.
So remember that you would tell the world, remember that you are loved.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think I would tell the whole world to trust the process.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think we're on something
We
here.
should put each one of our messages on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Or make a whole phrase with what each one of us said.
Don't
So,
worry.
like,
Everything's
don't worry.
Gonna be all right.
Well, I didn't say all that. I mean,
worry not. You said worry not. You are loved.
Loved.
Trust the process.
That's a good one.
Oh,
that's our new T-shirt.
Yeah.
Worry not. Trust the process. You are loved.
You are loved. Yay. Yep. Let's remember that.
Right. Question number 39 is popping. All right, let's go to question. I don't know if I want to go in the secular road that you have it in.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, question 44. What you'd put in one box if you had to move to the other side of the country and could only bring that? What would you put in one box if you had to move to other side of the country and could only bring that box? Oh my God, that one. Only bring that.
That box. So give us the size of the box. So we, because can I put my couch in there?
Can I put my house in there?
Right. What's the size of the box?
It says one
like
thing,
a
right?
box?
If it's one
no,
thing.
it says one box.
So let's say you're moving, a moving box, like a box that you could put your stuff in to move in. What would be?
Oh, say a shoe box.
No, read the question again.
It said, what would you put in a box? What would you put in one box if you had to move to the other side of the country and could only bring that? You can only bring that box. It doesn't say one thing. It just says you can only bring that box.
I just
and now
a little bit of everything.
Like
box.
What? And I'm saying it's a size of a shoebox.
Oh my God, that's so small, girl.
Your Yeezy box. If you have Yeezys.
I'd bring my camera or my phone, if that can be just one.
Yeah, you can fit a phone.
I'd bring my toothbrush.
Girl, you can buy
There's a toothbrush there. There's toothbrush
going to the other side of the country.
This is to make you think, like, what are some of your most precious belongings? From someone who is borderline hoarderish and collects so much stuff, you must have some valuables up in there. Not even your money collection.
No, my debit card or my credit card. There.
You don't need that. The bank will send you a new one.
Oh,
what's something that if you lost,
I could get a phone there too or a camera?
Right,
there
that's
too.
what I'm saying. It's to make you think about stuff like
I'd stick my son in the box.
My grandmother gave me, like a ring.
Hoping that's coming.
You know, something like that.
My son?
No, he's not gonna fit in a shoebox.
Wow.
What would I put in my shoebox that I couldn't live without?
A picture album.
Yeah.
A phone book with all my numbers, because I don't remember no one's numbers.
You don't have any material things that are sentimental? Wow, that's amazing, I guess. But I'm with you, Vanilla. I think I would put like pictures of me when I was little that I know are not like online and stuff like that.
You said pictures of me? So cute.
Yeah, because all my pictures of my kids I have online. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like photo albums, old photo albums. I do have a box of like some of their stuff when they were little, like they're from their first haircut, the strands of hair, stuff like that. I think I have, you know, when that paper of their footprints from the hospital.
From the hospital.
I'd put stuff like that. I don't really have like shoes, clothes, or really like, maybe a ring that my husband gave me, besides my wedding ring, a ring that my husband gave me. I'd probably want to bring that with me.
So your valuables, if you have any valuables. That question sucks.
It doesn't suck. It makes you think.
You don't have many things that you think that you need to think. I mean, I agree. I think I'm more of a visual person. Material things I can purchase. Things that belong, like pictures from childhood, grandparents, old things like that I have in my possession. I would want them with me, you know. So like Naya said, some of the stuff from the kids, like when they were little, like I still have T's first pair of shoe, you know, his little gloves, those little things that are like, like sentimental to me. Is probably what I would have, because jewelry and all the rest of the stuff I can buy when I go to the outside of the country, because I probably grow a collection.
Yeah, unless it was like something special that a grandparent gave you, or you know, something like that. But if you don't have any of those things, then girl, then you don't need to put anything in your box, right?
I guess.
We're gonna take our pictures with us, okay? All of those videotapes that you had.
Oh yeah,
when you were young. You're gonna put those in that box, and you're gonna take it with you.
Did you ever get them converted?
No. So I'd stick them in the box.
You definitely need to bring those then.
Aw.
Stick them in the box. All right. Question 3.
83.
Ooh, 83. Yes, I forgot the 8. Sorry, 9. What qualities you admire most in other people? This is what you most like about yourself. Okay. What qualities you admire most in other people? This is what you most like about yourself. So, qualities in other people. Okay. Good one.
I like people who are kind and generous and treat people the same no matter, who they are, their status, their job, whatever. That's what I like about people.
I like people who are authentic and loyal. Example, like I like people who remain the same no matter whatever group of people they're with. They don't have like different personalities for different groups of friends or even with their family member. Like I like people who remain authentic. Is that a good word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
A good one. I like honest people. Yeah, loyal. And yeah, I think that's it. Honest and loyal.
But I love people. So I love people who are like free-spirited and people who are like daredevils, people who are like open-minded. I love open-minded people. Courageous people, not so much. Like open-minded more than courageous.
Non-judgmental, like people who who just I'm mean,
real
this is me. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm mean, this is me. Let's be me. Let's be you. Let's just be you. So I know who you are. I don't want to, flip the page and say, "Oh, that's not the person I met yesterday." So who are you today? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those kind of things are important.
Yeah, I think open-mindedness is big because try having a conversation with somebody who's narrow-minded.
You don't go nowhere.
Can't have one.
You can't. You literally cannot. It's speaking from experience, it's draining. So draining.
She's not talking about any of us, by the way, because clearly you're here talking to us. So we're good, Claudia.
No. You know when you're speaking to somebody who's, narrow-minded. It's not fun.
And then consistently change your mind. I'm like, why are you trying so hard to change my mind? Like, you barely caught what I said. Stop.
Narrow-minded and persistent. Yeah,
oh man,
that's a deadly combination.
Yep, that's right. So be easy. Let's go. 84. It's the same thing.
That's what I mean. They're like related.
Most dislike in other people. This is what you can see. You cannot see or resisting in yourself.
So it's either you're not this it's not you, or it is you, but you're just not owning up to it. Right. These qualities.
Okay. I hate liars.
I was just gonna say that dishonesty.
Like, I'm sorry. I can deal with persistent and narrow-minded. But if you're a liar, I'm calling you out. You a liar. Don't even say a word to me again. Like, I'm not listening to a thing you say because it's a lie. No matter what you say to me, I'm gonna say it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and I do have that quality. I do not lie. I my word is me. And plus, I ain't got time to remember what I said to you. Like it's a lot of work. I know.
With the lie.
There's been some liars out there, and I'm just like, yo, no, that's not what you said. Yeah, you liar. I got you. It is what it is. So that's one thing I don't like.
Yep, I agree.
Me too. But again, people are people, so I don't like liars. I don't like people who are like, the word is not stuck up. Like they hold grudges. People who hold so much grudges, it's like, I don't like them. And
you don't like that quality. Let's not say quality. Like people.
Oh yeah, I don't like that quality.
I don't like them.
I don't like people who lament a lot on things. Just like I said, trust the process, let it go. Mm-hmm. What other qualities don't I like that we humans possess?
I don't like, not to say people who try to do too much, but like try to not show off. I don't know how to explain it. Like
being conceited.
Not even conceited, like try to fake something they're not.
Right, they're being extra, like they're not.
Like
Liars.
Not being authentic, like not really liars, but like
it is lie.
Like the opposite of being authentic. Like you're not being true to yourself. You're trying to put on a facade. You're trying to put on a show, or trying to put on a face that you think other people want to see, rather than just being who you truly are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I guess it encompasses all that, like not being authentic, being a liar. Like, you know what I mean? It just kind of all fits into that.
It just fits into being a liar. If you're a liar,
that's the root of it all.
You're a liar. You're a liar. Like, what it is, what it is. Own it, yo. Like, seriously, yeah, I'm a liar. I'll respect you a lot more than that when you say, yeah, I'm a liar. I'm like, all right, he's a liar. She's a liar. They're liars. They're all liars.
Yeah, but you if you're gonna
the word's
say
fake, Naya.
Yeah, fake people who are fake. But if you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a liar," be ready to do the work because because if somebody knows or thinks of you as a liar, they don't trust you, and it's so quick. You can break somebody's trust in a fraction of a second, but to earn that trust back takes a lot of work. So if you're gonna own up to being a liar, you got to be ready to put in the work to get back the trust from the people in your lives, unless you don't care about having people in your lives, which I don't know anyone who wouldn't want people in their lives, So I don't think liars will be like, yeah, I'm a liar, and then just continue living their life.
That would be so nice. That would be so
but
nice.
Like, and continue living their life as a liar.
They know me, I'm a liar.
So what
some people don't care.
But what is that? That's just pushing people away. Like,
there's a lot of people attracted to that. A lot of people like them, so they fit in. They become friends, and they.
But what would you like? What do you like about a liar?
Good question.
Is it the
people who lie to get things they want?
You want somebody like that on your side?
No, never. But I'm saying other people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we're gonna lie so we can get out of class. We're gonna lie so we can get out of work. We're gonna lie so.
I feel so guilty. Like I'm not
can't even lie. For example, I'm so sick.
To call out.
Yeah,
sometimes I like fight myself to just call, like, girl, you are sick. Like, girl, take the day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm sick, but I'm like, I don't want to call out. What are they gonna think?
They're not gonna believe me.
Yeah, they think I'm lying. I sound good. But I really feel like crap.
No, like I so many times I work because I just don't want that perception of me that I'm just taking days just to take days. You know what I mean?
Takes us back to that episode when we talked about I don't know what it was called, if it was vacation or not, but like the amount of Americans who go to work because what are they gonna think? I'm gonna, they're gonna need me.
Yep.
No one can do my job.
Yeah. Not that. It's just I used to work in an environment where there were people like that just didn't care. And like being a manager, I would get those phone calls or those emails like, oh, and I know they were not sick because I just know the kind of people they were. But
You call them a liar? Aye.
I'm just saying. But I would be literally, I'd be on my deathbed and they'd be like, girl, get out of here. Go home.
They're getting me sick. Go away.
Like, we don't need your germs up in here.
Seriously.
But yeah.
All right, that's a good one. Qualities. Okay, think about that. Qualities, that's a good one. Good qualities, bad qualities. Work on those. 96. The most important thing you've learned about life so far. It is what it is.
That's your favorite word for like months now.
That. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I used to say that a lot back in the day. But what have I learned about life? Life is beautiful if you allow it to be.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful journey. So life is a beautiful journey. It's a school, like I always refer to it. Life is a school for our soul. So learn as much as you can while you're here. It's a learning process.
Continuous learning. That you're never going to get to a point where you know it all.
Yeah.
So enjoy the journey.
And it goes by too fast.
Think so?
Oh gosh.
They say the days are slow, but the years.
You say that a lot, but
because it's true. The days are slow, but the years are fast, or something like that. It's a saying.
My day, I couldn't believe it was Friday. Last Friday, I was like, "Whoa, Friday!" Like that's how fast the days went by.
Yeah, they fly. But why is that? Because time doesn't exist. It's true.
It's an illusion.
Right? When you're having fun, an hour can go by like this. Or when you're not having fun, you're doing something that you don't enjoy, an hour can feel like forever. So it's all a perception.
I went into the office today.
You must be having a lot of fun, girl. You must be having a lot of fun.
Maybe. I went into the office today and time flew. I was like, wait a minute. Time flew way faster than when I'm working from home. So I might be coming to the office a lot more. Seriously.
More people.
They like kicked me out the office today. They're like, you gotta go.
What made it go by fast? What do you think? Like, what was your state of being while you were there? Were you happy? Were you
It was the only thing really different was it wasn't quiet. So at home it's usually quiet, but I could hear all the background noise, people, playing activities, music playing. I guess that's what made it go fast.
But you were
people around.
The work was the same.
The same work, but it just went by faster. Were you like distracted by them?
I was sometimes distracted by other questions. People had questions, so I would stop. Or I had more accessibility to the printing and the fax machine, so I did other work that I don't normally do from home. So that played a part of it too, just being able to change what it is you're actually doing at home. I would have been stuck to just data entry. Yeah. Well, there I took breaks, so it went by really quick. I was happy.
Nice.
All right. The most important thing you learned about life today, Vanilla.
That time flies.
That's so cute.
That life flies, right?
Yes.
When you're having fun.
Even when you're not having fun, because I don't know if work is fun all the time.
I don't think I was made to work.
You just go. Question number 97. How you came to learn the most important things you've learned so far? Oh, crap. I don't have an answer for that because
I told you.
What it is.
How did you learn that, though? Like, what made you get to the point that you were like, I'm just going to look at every situation like it is what it is?
You better read that again.
It is. Well,
what did I say the most important thing was?
God, I'm supposed to remember you.
Wait.
Now.
This plays off of our last answer. That's why.
Yes.
Our last answer was...
Oh, I said life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful,
I've learned that life is beautiful. But you said it is what it is.
Yeah.
So how did you learn that?
And what do you mean by that?
Like at what point
is what it is? What is it?
No, that's her. Okay, that's the most important thing she's learned about life is that it is what it is.
So what is it?
Whatever it is, whatever the situation is, it is.
Okay.
So how did she get to that realization is the next question.
That answer will be probably because there are things that you will try or do, but the universe, if it's not for you, it ain't gonna work. If it's for you, the universe is gonna work with you. So, and in my mind, it just let it be, and the universe is taking you to where you need to go. So you might be supposed to be going left towards this direction, but you're fighting so hard because you eagerly see that this way is going to be the best thing. It's going to give you the best chance in your career or whatever. But it isn't. That's not the way you're supposed to be going. The universe is not working with you. That's when you go through. Oh, everything is so wrong. Everything is. I'm doing this, but it's not working. And I'm trying this, but it's not working. So it comes to a point where I'm like, it is what it is. Just follow the signs where it is working best, because you're working against what your destiny is supposed to be. I think that's the best way I can capture my answer without getting too deeply and emotionally involved.
Now breathe. Now breathe, Claudia.
And then give us the deeply emotionally involved.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No, breathe, because I think you already did.
And it was
so
like,
I would, if I had to recap, life is lessons learned, right? Lessons lived and learned. That's life. Right? You don't like that? It's experiences.
So how did you, Vanilla, come to learn
that life
the
is
most important thing?
School.
Yeah.
By learning, by growing and reading and studying and listening, by definitely experiencing life. So that's why I say life is a school for your soul on earth.
Okay, Nadia, how is life beautiful for you? How'd you come to that? Don't think we're just going to jump up and forget about that.
Oh, man.
She's always trying to get us to forget.
Hide right there, like, forget it.
How did I come to learn that life is beautiful? Yeah, while you guys were talking too, I was trying to think like when I was
You're
younger.
not supposed to do that when somebody's talking to
I
you.
know,
Bad
right?
listening
That's
skills.
not,
Hello.
no. I was thinking like when I was younger, did I used to think like life is beautiful? Like you guys, did you used to think like life is a school and it is what it is? Probably not, because when we're kids, we don't really
I used to
ponder
say
life
more life is an
unless,
adventure.
yeah.
But I know it's adventures. Yeah, you can learn, but that's not really a schooling type thing. It's just adventures or an experience.
So you think life is a school. I don't think life is necessarily just a school. Like, yes, there's a lot to learn while you're here, but I think life is beautiful because there's just so much we can create. And just like, you guys, as you get older, you become more, you gain more wisdom and you reflect more and you start to like, the universe, all that stuff that both of you were talking about. I think when I say life is beautiful, I mean everything about life is beautiful, because I can't just say just the pretty parts are beautiful, right? You have to accept everything as being beautiful. But I think I came to the realization that, everything's necessary, and it's through I guess I can call it my spiritual journey. I feel like I've been on this journey forever, right?
Do you?
Yeah.
I do, because remember when we talked about religion, like ever since I was young, I was never really boxed into a particular belief system. Yes, I knew the whole Christianity and the Catholic, that was more predominant in my life because of my family, but I was never, made to follow those practices. And then, so I had, sort of that aspect of it. And then college, maybe I would say college is probably when I really got more into
Living life.
Yeah, not just living, but like questioning life. I think I've just
learning it from life. Fine.
Right. Like starting to put the pieces together and understanding the meaning of life and, what life really is, what life can do for us, manifestation, like all that stuff. So then just through all that processes, I think it has been gradual. I don't think it just from one day to the next, I was like, oh, life is whatever. And then the next day I was like, oh, actually, life is actually beautiful, I think it's just been through my
trust the process.
I wouldn't even say trust in the process, because I've been in situations that I'm like, what the heck? Why am I going through this? But it's looking back at it that you realize, okay, now I see why I needed to go through that. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like you.
There you go. You learned.
Trust the process.
Again,
at the end,
it's what both of you said, right? In terms of it is what it is, and life is a school, but it's just in my own way, seeing it my own way and interpreting it in my own way. But what we're saying is that essentially we're all saying the same thing.
We are.
We just have different perspectives on how we.
Too bad one of us is not like life. I've come to the realization that it sucks.
Yeah.
That it's hard. Some people just be like, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's torture.
But it is all of that. It's hard. It's easy. It's all of that. And this is what like we're just being more broad about it, because we know that those terms are detrimental to who you are. We don't use those terms because the words your words that you use should always be something that's positive. So if you wake up every morning, oh my God, this is so hard to get up today and go to, you're going to have the hardest day ever. Like if you think about it and you're like, oh, today, it's a tough thing that I have to face, but I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident in what I'm going to do today. I'm confident I'm going to walk in that room, talk yourself. You're going to walk in that room. Yeah, you're going to still feel that jitter. And we've talked about that fear thing. But because you've been saying those words, those positive words in your mind, those are all your subconscious mind thinks about is those words. So not hard. You know what I'm saying? This is challenging, but I got this. So that word comes right after, I got this. So it's learning to trick your mind, not really tricking, but it's kind of
trick your mind.
Because the negative is so easy to come. Like life is hard is probably generally what someone would say right now if they're listening. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's hard.
Yeah, and I don't think we're not saying that life is easy, right? Yeah. I think, but we don't get stuck in the life is hard. And I think we now understand why things are hard. You know what I mean? That's why we don't say life is hard, because we know what that can turn into. We know things are hard, yes, temporarily, but if we putting in the work or doing what we need to do, we can overcome that, right? That's why we don't say life sucks, because we
For the
know all the
fortunate
beautiful
ones,
things.
yeah. For the fortunate ones, but we also got to think about what is life to the ones who are born in situations that they can't come out of. They don't, they can't. They just, they live and breathe that fear, toxicity, abuse. Some people, I'm sure, from the day they were born till they pass away, that is what
They
the
know.
school of life for them is.
Right, but
The soul is to, like, it's that hard struggle to realize that you need to trust the process. Sometimes it's so hard that you can't, there's no way you trust the process. You know what I mean? Because it's so hard. And know there's people dealing with that.
right, I don't want to make it seem like people are not living hard lives. Yes, people live hard, difficult, unimaginable lives.
Yeah.
But on the same time, there are people who start out that way too and are able to overcome their challenges. You hear those stories of people who escaped great danger, abuse, so much stuff. What is the difference? You know what I mean?
I think
Like,
that's exactly where
what is
that
the
difference
difference?
is the capability to,
Believe that you can overcome it.
well, it can't be just believe. You got to do, you got to trust,
Accessibility.
Right, but
you
you gotta
have to
first
work
believe.
hard. Yeah. You know
You
what I
gotta
mean?
first trust the process, and not the process, but like I feel
You have
like
that mind power to be like,
right.
I can overcome, you know?
Yeah, the negative is so overpowering that it's so
Consumes
easy
you.
to stay stuck in negativity. It's easy to stay stuck in negativity. It's hard to tell yourself or try to fight for something better when you're in that negative situation. Like there's no other way of saying it. Like I cannot imagine being in horrific situations. I don't even know how I'd be. Thankfully, I'm fortunate to have lived the life that I live. Obviously, it's not a life of no struggle, but not to the extent of stories and people that I know that have overcome crazy things that I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? But to say that you can't overcome that ever, I don't think that's true. I think there's opportunities in everybody's life depending on the decisions they make to better themselves and better their lives.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I agree. I agree with you, Naya. We definitely know that to our audiences, we might have some people who have had a hard life and still in the hard life. So it's always important to us to bring that out. If you're listening to us being cheery and happy, it's the opportunities we've had in our lives that has brought us to be who we are at the moment. So you're getting us in lessons, not at lessons as completely hardship, but in lessons that have had some hardship, raised by single parents who've migrated from countries. So we've had some struggles and some pain, but the difference between the pain is we didn't stay in that suffering. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that pain is, fight through it, because again, trust the process, because in the end, the universe will align you with what you need. I don't know if you believe in God or whatever, whoever you worship to. I say universe all the time because it's open ended to whoever you want to praise to yourself. Or to me is God to me, but I say universe all the time as well because it's one. But the universe was there for you. You are special. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, we're humans. We're special. You know what I'm saying? There's no other like us. So if you have that one thing in your mind that you are special from the beginning, from the time that we were created, then you know that you're here for greatness and you just got to keep fighting. Find the opportunities. Find the people that can speak these positive things to you. Find the people who can uplift you, because if you stay with the people who's always going to say negative things and never going to support your good, you know what I'm saying? Smile for you, like that guy says all the time. You know what I'm saying? When you should be around people, when you walk in the room, their smile is like unbelievable. It's in their eyes. So you need to work on those things, I believe. And at some point, you can start seeing that change. It works. It takes work. It does work. Trust me, negative and positive, they go hand in hand. There's always a negative thought, but also there's always a positive thought. So which one you're going to go with for your better choice? I choose positive. Work with that. Not
that's
to be
right.
too, not to preachy.
And that's from C, the passionate one.
Shut up. I hate that I'm so passionate
So
sometimes.
cute.
That's good. Motivate the people. But it's true. Like if someone's listening, like you said, if someone's listening to this, and I know there's people that have had harder lives than us, but use us as your motivation. Like let us be your escape. Yes, we joke around, we laugh, we have fun all the time, because that is a part of life as well, is we find reasons to laugh and to have fun. But Claudia says it all the time, like seek people that can help you. Like there's counselors, there's programs, Google can be your BFF just like ours. Find the resources. It's true. You cannot do everything by yourself. Like a lot of people hold on to a lot of guilt, a lot of trauma inside, and it just eats them up. But if there's no one in your life that you can confide in, there are resources. There are people out there that don't know you, that you don't know, that do care about you. So, you know what I mean? Reach out to those resources and find ways to help get you on a better path, because life is beautiful, and
trust the process.
We're all here. We're not here to suffer, but suffering is a part of life. You know what I mean? Like pain, not pain. Okay, there was a quote that I heard: "Pain is inevitable. Suffering." Oh my god, I'm not gonna remember the quote. No. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is. Somebody find me that quote, because I'm gonna.
Suffering is
Pain. I know this is a quote.
I know I heard it too.
Inevitable. Okay, yeah. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. So, we're always going to always going to be, not always, but there's going to be times where you will experience pain. You'll be in painful situations, but that pain, you don't have to stay in that pain. It's when you do stay in that pain that it now becomes suffering. We're not meant to suffer. Pain is only a
temporary.
It's a sign. It's an indication. It's a gift from God to tell us that something is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, how would you know that you need to eat better food if you didn't get a stomachache? You got a stomachache because you didn't eat the right foods, because you ate too fast. You know what I mean? Like that pain is there to remind you that something needs to be fixed or something needs to be changed. But when we stay in that pain, that's when it becomes suffering, and we're not meant to suffer. So let that be your lesson for today. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional.
So what is life when it's not an option for people to suffer, or even the pain of hunger or thirst? What is life?
People who are, that's difficult. People who are in situations where they are hungry and thirsty.
Cold and
again, I can't speak to that. I can't,
but it's still life, right?
No, yeah, it's definitely life. It's definitely, again, I've never been in those situations, thankfully. So I am not the right person for that. You know what I mean? And I'm not walking in your shoes to the point that.
But what do you think life is? Not life is, because you can't say that. But like, what do you think the meaning of their journey of life?
Like, why are they in that situation? I think it goes back to the whole reincarnation and the journey that your soul is on. You know what I mean? Like you reincarnated, or your soul is here in that situation because there's something you need to do in that life.
Then you need to learn. That's why I always tell myself that's why I always, go back to the school. You come here to live because it's the school where your soul learns, either through suffering, through having a lot of money and no friends, or whatever the situation may be. You could be happy, have everything you want, but then still suffer from some little stupid thing. And
then I think too, there's a collective sort of
responsibility.
Yeah, like those people who are suffering that don't have clean water, like they don't have to be in that situation if we as a humanity just work together. There's no need for the amount of resources, for the amount of intelligence, for everything we have available to us, that people should be going to bed hungry, should be drinking dirty water. Like there's no reason for that. So I think that's a mission that we as a collective people need to solve. That whole, what is it? The consciousness, the group consciousness. Is it group consciousness?
Could be.
And that whole collective consciousness. Yeah. So there's that whole individual life that we lead, but then we also are connected, right? You can't see it, but we are connected. So we have this whole global responsibility as a people to come together and ensure that everybody has their basic needs are met. That's not something that's foreign in the world we live in. Like, we're able to connect to someone on the other side of the world in an instant. Why can we do that and a person can't have access to clean water when we have all the resources, all the materials, everything to clean our water? That's
because of greed
and liars.
I know, but like issues like that, I don't think it's
to the choir, girl.
No,
like,
I know, but I
feel
really
the same way.
And I'm talking to the whole world when I'm saying this. Because Vanilla posed a very good question. Like, we have people who are in situations where they don't have food, they don't have water, and I don't think it's up to them. In my mind, I'm just picturing a child, like a 5-year-old little boy. It's not up to him to feed himself. But there are so many kids in that situation because we are failing as the adults in this world. And the people with power are double, triple, quadruple failing. You know what I mean? Like, that's their responsibility. That's our responsibility.
It's ours. Even the people with power is our responsibilities because we put them in there, right?
Right. So we're doing what we can to put those people in power because we trust that they are going to take care of the people in need. I'm paying my taxes for that reason. You know what I'm saying? And you're not. And there's kids and people homeless on the street. That's basic needs, not fixing
a bridge.
What if
fixing a bridge is important because you got to get to A and C and B and D and F. But we don't have to feed you and clothe you and house you because we don't have to. That's the world we live in. We would rather build buildings, you know what I'm saying?
We'd rather create go to the moon.
Yes, instead of helping the people that we have here that are in need, that should not be anyone in need. You know what I'm saying? So yes, a collective work, consciousness, we need more people like us, people with power to actually keep their word.
And money.
When we elect them, and money. People with money. There are people who are doing great things out there, but it isn't enough. We need more.
I think it's not enough because we have so many of the greedy, money hungry, selfish people in the world. Like, I mean, I've said it before, like, I feel like we are kind of shifting our consciousness and a lot of people are waking up and realizing what life really is and how we're meant to live. But that's going to be a long journey. But it's super sad for those that are not going to be able to experience that awakening in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
There's a little bit of that in all of us. Like, we wake up every morning to strive to go to work hard, save our money, invest it, buy properties and do trips. But when in your life, or is it once or twice a year, when do you stop and say, how have I given back to my community? What have I donated to a starving child? When was the last time I helped an elderly that lives alone? You know what I mean? Like, I think the collective is not just the top percentage of the people in power that it's not helping. It's sometimes us too, because a lot of us were good people, but we're striving to get stuff for us, possessions for us, to become wealthy for us. And we forget to stop and think. We need that reminder, like, I should make a donation. I should give back to somebody who needs more,
Mm-hmm. And I try to do that regularly, whether it's making a donation, like you said, giving my money,
mm-hmm.
and I donated my clothes.
Or your clothes, yeah.
I try, but again, like you said, we're normal people too, and we could probably do more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We could do more, but sometimes it is frustrating when you feel like there are those that could definitely do more or better,
mm-hmm.
and are just holding us back because they're selfish. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about other people.
Yep. And they see it as survival of the fittest. And when it comes to the soul, it's not survival of the fittest.
But there's a certain point that you get to when your success in the amount of money you have, that anything after that really doesn't matter because there's only so much you can need to fulfill you. If you're constantly needing to buy things, if you're constantly needing to fill your life with material things, it's because it's not because you need those things to be happy. You clearly, if don't, you know what I mean? You don't. Like, that's not what brings us happiness. And like, those people just don't understand that. And so they're on their journey as well. Their life. Yeah. So when do we get to a point that we're all sort of in alignment with each other?
Good question.
That's where we need to get to.
I think we don't know when that point is when individually we realize that we need to do a little bit, just a little bit. Even if your little bit is reminding your sister or your brother that they need to do a little bit to add to that collective of positivity and, people who want change.
But I think too, the challenge is, how do we know we're doing enough?
You feel it in your heart.
Right. But sometimes
when you do what you know, like, it's not going to take away. Okay. So if you're a person who's not happy, you can try hard to go out there and make people happy. I make all my students happy. Everybody, all my friends are happy. But then you come home, you're not really happy. Truthfully, I don't think you made any of your students happy or any of your friends. No matter how much you tried, I don't think you did, because you're not overflowing. You're not even full. So like, there's definitely the inner work on you, make you happy, fill with love, fill yourself with money first. That's why we invest on us first, right? And then give out. So, but then there's some people who, if all you can feel it in your heart that all you can give is that motivational speak, is that phone call. As long as you're doing that from the heart and you know that that's all you can give, that's when you know you've done enough.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And I feel like, yeah, some of us feel like we're doing everything we can, but like sometimes you're not seeing it out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, even though you're doing everything you can, you're helping this person, you're helping that person, but then you're still hearing stories about this is happening here. Like, there's only so much one person can do. And I think a lot of people feel like, I'm just one person. You know what I mean? Like, I can't make that big of a difference. And why? Yes, I'm going to do what I can, but
you can.
No, I know what you're saying. I think that because we're all good people, we're always going to try and do the best we can. But I think sometimes and I'll speak for myself too, in the back of my mind, I feel like, but yes, I'm affecting this person, I'm affecting that person, but there's still a starving boy in South America. You know what I mean? That I can't really get to. And even if I do get to that boy, there's another boy in his community that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
but to answer your question, when you do it because you did it without feeling like, oh, why am I going to help one kid? Not, that's what you were saying. Like, I'm going to help one child, but there's still another one suffering. No, that shouldn't be your idea. You knew you helped that one. You knew you did your part. Everybody does their part from the heart, even if it's just, like I said, a word of affirmation or whatever. That's collectively making it the best side stronger.
Yeah, I know from my perspective, yes. I feel that satisfaction. I know I'm doing what I can, but then it still hurts that there's still people out there suffering. You know what I mean? Like, I can't let go of that.
Yeah, it's life. You can't. It's a perfect balance. It's that yin yang. It's the positive and the negative. It's the good and the bad. So you choose which side you're going to give more energy to, and that should be enough for you to live a happy and fulfilling, blessed life and say, yes, I did my part. As long as you, like I said, you feel it from the heart. Don't worry about the second boy who's starving, because it's life. There is that boy who's starving, but there's also that one that you helped.
Right. Yeah. No, don't worry.
About it. Trust the process.
Life is beautiful.
There's a theme to this thing. There's a theme. It's a theme.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we went way into this.
No, that's good. That's good.
What was that question again? That was the question that said,
how did you come to learn
what you think life is?
Yeah.
Most important things you've
learned so far.
Okay, last and final question. Okay, let's not go deep.
Why final?
I'm trying
That's
to understand
her last
the question. I don't understand the question.
I can explain it. Say it.
What your most fully realized self is like.
Like, what is the perfect Claudia? And perfect in quotations, because no one is perfect. Nobody's perfect. What are you striving to be? What are you striving to be? What does that person look like? That person that, we're in the school.
When you die,
when you graduate,
what are they going to write on your...
Yeah, what are people going to say about you? What is the epitome of Claudia?
Y'all think because I'm thinking because because I don't know. I don't want to
Vanilla.
say it on
What?
air because
Oh,
I don't want to say it on air.
you don't want to say it?
You don't want to say
What
your
your most
version of your
your
perfect
best version
self?
of yourself is?
I don't know.
Girl.
Girl. Let her marinate on that
Yeah,
a little
let me
bit.
think about that.
Vanilla, go first.
The perfect, I mean, I'm so perfect. I'm like clearly the universe showing off. That's me. Just kidding. What's the question again?
What your most realized self is like? What is she like?
Oh my
Think
gosh,
about all
she's
the things you think is
so
a challenge
nice
for you.
and lovable. Challenge?
Like,
Oh,
you
I
know
was
how
gonna
you
say earlier, like I know we said, oh, we're like positive and we're going through a journey. Like I was really trying to think hard of difficulties that I've encountered
face.
in my life. No, I've had painful situations, but after it's done, like we said, pain goes away. I didn't classify it as, oh, I went through something. And till this day, till right now, from anything, from nothing, I have said I have suffered or endured
Well, do you think
great
maybe that's just
pain.
your
Knock on wood.
perception? Okay,
Hmm.
someone else could have lived your exact life and
Yeah,
had a different perspective and could be saying something totally different right now and
definitely.
could be like, oh my God, I dealt with this. This was the most horrible thing in my life. I suffered
Hmm.
so much through it.
Hmm.
You, maybe when you were in those situations, you constantly had that positive outlook. You had your faith. You had everything to help get you out of it.
Hmm.
Where others could have experienced the same things,
True.
but
That's what
because
I'm
of
saying. I was
their
speaking for
perception.
myself. Like I was thinking, like, what would I classify as, the hardest thing?
And we always say, like,
And
we're fortunate. We're
fortunate.
fortunate. We're
That's
privileged in our life. But are we really, or did we just make decisions throughout our life to not stay in suffering,
we're
to not
fortunate enough
stay,
to not stay in suffering. We're fortunate enough to
have that realization, like
see
that we
life
can,
in the eyes that we see it.
yeah,
Have that much knowledge or mental power to have faith and
overcome.
believe and overcome stuff. Yeah. I don't know. That Vanilla is more educated, more like a more open to receiving, more clear minded, and more free. So does that mean I'm not free enough yet? I don't know. I'm living to be more free. Yes, I am. I am. Like in 20 years, I want to be even more free
Okay,
spirited
free
than I am
free in
now.
what way? Like, give us an example of what, because free can just be whatever. Like, it could be broad. Like, what do you mean by free?
Free and like trusting that what I'm good at is what I'm good at. Trusting that I know already that things happen for a reason, either for you to learn or whatever. Free enough to speak and have the knowledge to know that I'm right. I don't know.
So you question your thoughts and your
I question a lot. I question everything, which is
it's
something I
that
work on.
Gemini brain.
Yeah, probably. So, like, I'll even question my own feelings a couple of times. Like,
Mm.
is this really what I'm feeling, or
Ooh,
is it
really?
something else I'm feeling? Yeah, I question why a lot, why I'm feeling a certain way, or why I did certain things. So that's what I'm saying. More knowledgeable that I wouldn't have to question so much and just live free, knowing that that is it, and always full of love.
Okay.
Makes sense. Your turn, Claudia. Oh, not yet.
Oh. She said, skip me. My most fully realized self. She's very flowy.
More than she already is.
Wait, what?
She says she's more flowy.
Flowy?
I mean, I don't know. I'm okay. I'm trying to think. She's very my most realized self. Huh?
She's an ocean.
She's an ocean. She's wide
Yeah.
like the ocean.
Yep, ride the waves.
Educated, full of wisdom. I know.
I have a good word for you. Go ahead.
And I've heard this before, so I'm gonna steal it. She leaves everyone better than how she found them with every interaction.
Yeah. Well, your favorite quote is "Be the change you want to
Yeah,
see in
there
the
you
world," right?
go.
So
There
there
you
you go.
go. Like, I want everybody to walk away from every interaction with me feeling either energized, happier, more
Inspired,
knowledgeable,
motivated,
yes,
smarter.
like I never want you to leave an interaction with me and feel worse or down on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I want you to gain something that helps you on your path and your journey.
Amen.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Write it down. Write it down.
It's on tape, girl.
Oh, okay. Your turn, babe.
She's like, how do I follow that up?
Yeah, you. Cool,
I don't know.
Claudia.
Okay, think about like some of your challenges right now and flip them.
You make it sound so easy. Think about your challenges, flip them. She's always like, just flip whatever emotion you don't like.
It's the opposite. Miss Yin Yang, it should be on the same wave path. Vanilla.
Yeah, I know. I kind of said what qualities Claudia have that I want to be. I did. Like, Claudia's qualities. Yeah. So I always think about that. Like, what are these Sagittarius qualities that you need to get more of? And it's that like focus, knowledge, believe what they do is what they should do. And
they have that conviction in who they are and what they believe, and they're not afraid to express it.
Yeah. If I could pick something though that could be Claudia. Keep thinking because we're doing a lot of
we're not skipping
you. She is more decisive. Yes, that's a big thing too. Like she is more decisive because you got to make decisions and quick. Not me.
You got to be on your toes. Boom. You don't have it in the bag. Pick it up. There's got to be something in the bag. Pick it. Yeah. So, let's go. That's how I am with the kids. They're like, Miss Claudia, I'm like, there's got to be something there. You got to let it out. Let it out. What is it? What is it? What is it? They're booming. I'm like, see, there you go.
Yeah.
What is she talking about?
It's your turn, Claudia, huh?
Yeah.
Your turn.
My turn would be, it's hard.
What's the best? Are you living your best version of yourself?
I'm absolutely not living the best version of myself. I know there's a better Claudia out there.
And you're on that journey to find it.
I'm on that journey to find it. Claudia feels misunderstood all the time. So
you feel misunderstood, right?
All the time. So that's what my intentions out is never received. I feel that it's not received the way I'm putting it out there. So I'm working on that.
What do you do? Okay, I have a question about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like, what do you do to work on that? Like, if other people are not perceiving your actions or what you're saying the way you intend, is that really your problem though?
No, it's not. And that's
so what you got nothing to work on. You need to stop stressing that. That ain't on you.
That's the work I gotta do. It's not me. It's not me. So I've already did the work on no, that's not how. Yeah, check. Nope.
Well, you feel misunderstood, so you got to do the work to
not care what other people think. As long as your intentions are pure and good, and you're doing everything you can to. To express yourself.
I guess I was thinking about it as like misunderstood, meaning I'm not conveying my emotions the proper way. I'm not expressing myself the right way. So that's why I'm being misunderstood.
It could be that.
Yeah, it could be that too. Yeah. There are times that I question that. And there are times maybe I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm wrong. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'm wrong about that. Like, how do I reapproach that or something like that? But the ideal Claudia would just be understood. Period. There are so many sides to me that I can't really sit here and tell you that my favorite side, this is my least favorite side, because everything about me I love.
I was going to say, do you understand all your sides?
She got that Leo moon, so she perfect.
Everything about me I love. I don't think that there is anything that I would change. I just don't think that the world sees me the way I see me. Period.
You wouldn't change your stubbornness that you have sometimes.
It's one of my best qualities.
Oh, okay. It's hard for some people to understand you sometimes because you get stubborn and quiet.
So maybe, like you said, it's her working on how she conveys that stubbornness. Because yes, you can stand your ground, like you said. She's decisive. You like all that stuff. Because again, the word stubborn, we just put a negative spin on it, but it can be perceived in a positive light, such as standing your ground, knowing your values and your morals and sticking to them.
Oh, you just
But you can't do that quietly.
I dislike perception.
What do you mean?
dislike it because everybody has their own perception.
Well, that ain't gonna change, girl.
And that's the beauty of it.
That ain't gonna change.
I disliked
it's like beauty
for so long until I understood it.
No.
So this is what I'm saying. Like the reason the perception that I feel is other people don't understand me. Some do because they are open-minded to doing things. I don't do things like people do. I don't know. I just can't. I don't think that there's anything that needs to be changed about me. It may sound conceited, but it's like it literally is. I will listen to you. I will do the completely everything for you. I will because I'm that check person. I will check this, check that. Did I do this? Like literally, my mind works that way. Is it check, 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 check? Where did I miss something? Because again, that knowledge is there. So I need to learn what I screwed up. Half the time I didn't screw up. I'm like, nah, that ain't me. It's on you.
But here's the thing too. You got to understand the reason why you might think you're misunderstood is because everyone's coming to the situation with their own experiences, with their own traumas, right? With their own things that they're dealing with. And they're coming to the situation with things they need to get out of the relationship or whatever. And if they're not getting that, then they're not going to quote unquote understand you. And I guess it's more so for you to realize that if you're being true to who you are and you're living your life in a way that your intentions are pure and you're not doing things, your actions are not intended to harm other people, I don't understand why that's such a big thing for you. Because for me, like, I'm not worried about you perceiving me.
I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm not saying you're worried about it. I said it wrong.
But know that if anything, that's the feeling that I feel that I'm misunderstood, and I would want to be understood. That's pretty much my role.
So not accepted, because it almost sounds like you said accept what I think, accept what I did, or or what I believe of myself. There's people, when you say perception, is when like, oh, I do something, but people saw it the wrong way, but I didn't do it the wrong way. I think I did it the right way. So why are people thinking you're doing something that you don't want them to see it? You doing it that way?
No, I think
confusing.
Yeah, I think it's like people are. How do I explain it? Like, I know you see things from your perspective, and your truth. I think is what you're trying to say. You know your truth. Yes. You know your intentions. You know that you're a good person. But then there are people in the world that doesn't see your actions or things that you're doing in that way. But I think the process for you is going to be to let go of that, because I always say this, the truth always comes out. Yes. So regardless of what you're saying to me or what you think the situation is, I did my piece. I said my piece, whatever. Even if I was the one that messed up, I owned up to it. That's it. Like, if you feel in your heart you've done everything you could for every situation you are, you cannot control how someone's gonna perceive it, because that's on them. If they don't understand you, I'm not gonna fight to the bone for you to understand me. Like, that's on you, right?
So I want people to remember Claudia as she was pretty sure of herself. She loved herself. She'd advocate to the death for you. She'll be there the minute you need her. She's your ride or die whenever, however you need her. But don't lie to her, because then she'll close you off. It's true. No, just kidding. No, it's true.
No, she's not kidding.
I was going to say, no, you're
not kidding.
Everything else, literally, I will give to help someone.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said I will give everything to help someone, to be there from someone, to motivate them. A lot of kids, I'm working with kids. A lot of kids are like, Miss, you're a great listener. You're always there for us. You always make me feel good. Even other people, coworkers, you always light me up, man. Every time I see you. So I want people to feel light when they're around me, and knowledgeable, like, and to be able to express themselves however they want and be accepted. Yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what you did. You did that, So I guess overall, I'm not that bad of a person.
Okay, you just said you were perfect. You just said there's nothing wrong with you, and now overall you're not that bad. So you're a little bad of a person.
No, I'm not a bad person.
And then again, there's not something wrong or right with any of us. Yeah. You're a great person. But we also we'll say, like, oh, I'm perfect. We can never say that because, none of us are perfect.
No, there are
do
things
we all
that I've
love,
worked on, yeah.
does everybody always love everything about them? No.
No.
I just spit up mad shit that I don't, that I wish was, everything that you wish was different because you don't love about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Claudia, you're a great person. We know that. But then again, remember, when we go within, that's when we ask ourselves those hard questions. Like, if I want to be perceived differently, why? I want people to don't what was the word you used?
Misunderstand.
Misconception, something like that.
Like, why? Why do you need
then
that?
Go in and ask yourself, why do you even think that's the word, that you want people to, that's what you need from people or whatever. I can't remember the word. I should have wrote it down.
She said misunderstood. She says, I feel misunderstood. Right? Is that?
Yeah. It's the same thing as misconception, I think. That she used one of the big words, like, I know the word. She says, I don't like misconception.
No, it's perception.
Perception.
Oh, perception.
A wrong perception of me or something
perception.
like that.
Perceive me in a way that I'm not.
That's it.
So do you think people are? Because that can help you go with it and be like, why? I think people are because yesterday I did this, I did that. But do you think people are? No.
It's just sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Girl, go meditate on those questions. Go journal about them, whatever your process is, and turn that around.
Yeah,
right?
School of hard knock, okay?
Huh?
School of hard knock.
That's right.
I don't like people seeing the sensitive side of me, so.
They don't have to. You need to see the sensitive side of you.
Wait a minute.
Do you like seeing the sensitive side of you?
Yeah.
I do. I love her.
That's that whole perception right
there.
I
love her, but she can't
So why can't other people love her too?
Because of the people always hurt her.
Oh, no. Yep.
Sensitivity doesn't work well. Don't you remember I hated emotions?
Right.
There you
go.
Very so your most realized self loves emotions. So
right.
There you go.
Hated emotions. Oh, I've come a long way.
Yeah. And I thrive off emotions. I live off of it. I love it. Very nice. Do we have another final beautiful question? Easy number one.
That was question 101.
Oh,
that was the last question.
Realized self. Your enlightened self. Ooh, we could have said it that way too.
Should have said it that way, yeah. Your enlightened
What was
self.
question number one?
Do you want me to go get the book? There's 101 questions, girl.
Oh, we asked like 5
of them.
Yeah, I only picked like 5 or 6 of them.
Cool.
But yeah, hopefully our listeners enjoyed that kind of a rant session we had.
That was nice.
Session 101.
It was a free,
Very free.
kind of free
free play
off the
episode
top
today too. So
no preparation. Believe that.
And we didn't consult Google not once.
Yay!
Right, I miss your made up words though. So.
Yeah, she didn't make up any words today.
Bad.
All right, let's wrap it up, ladies.
Yes. This is like 2-hour session already.
It's a wrap.
So. It's a wrap. We out. This is live. You guys
keep on thriving.
Too much of me today. So I'm ready to cut this through. Like thrive in my words, don't thrive in my doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's catch up next time. Thank you for listening. Shut up and thrive. We out.
Follow us on social media.
Oh God.
Woo, woo.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you back next week.
Keep on thriving.
Woo, woo. Peace.